Hey everybody, my name is Ashley. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to get a fresh, summery, quick, easy makeup look. So even though I want to keep this channel, I shouldn't say keep, but I do a lot of I plan on doing a lot of book related things on this channel, like book reviews and bookish box unboxings and writing tips and tricks, things of that sort. I do really enjoy playing around with makeup. It's one of my hobbies. I've always wanted to film makeup tutorials. So this channel is called Art with Ash, so art can be, anything from, creative writing, creative, painting, art, whatever. So yeah, I figured I would do a quick makeup tutorial with you guys. I'm currently at my parents' house because my family's gone up to camp and they needed somebody to check in on the cats, and I'm also doing some laundry, taking advantage of that. If you hear any noise in the background, that is the AC going, so hopefully that won't deter this whole video. I'm not shutting it off because it's like 95 degrees outside and it is hot. If you've ever lived in New England, you know that when it's hot outside, it's brutal. It is completely brutal. I get if you live in the West Coast in the West Coast where it's a very dry heat, or in the South where you have a very dry heat. But in the northeast and the southeast part of the United States, if it's hot outside, it's humid and you feel like you're being stifled. You feel like you can't breathe. The heat is one thing, and then the humidity just completely, it's just uncomfortable. Alright, so I'm going to start off. I already put on sunscreen this morning. It was the Supergoop, just the regular face sunscreen, the SPF 40. So I like to put that on because the moisturizer I use, I've been using Curology for the past 4 weeks, I believe, and I really do think it's helped my skin a lot. I know I have a lot of texture and acne scarring, but my active acne is going away, so that's been really good. But if you've ever used Curology, you know that the products that they send you, you typically should be using sunscreen because some of the ingredients in whatever your customized skincare cream is can make your skin way more sensitive to sunlight, and you should always be using SPF anyway. So I've been using the Supergoop after I put on my moisturizer in the morning. So I typically use that, and then I'm almost out of this. I've been using this like crazy. This is the Ole Henriksen Banana Bright face primer. This is a travel size version, but I love this stuff. I love the entire Banana Bright line from Ole Henriksen. The eye cream is my favorite. I'm scraping the leftovers from my little my little jar. But anyways, I'm gonna take some of this, and this just does, it makes your skin look bright and glowy. It feels really refreshing and it smells so good. I'm actually really surprised by how much was actually in here. I've gotten a lot out of this since I got it. So I'm going to let my primer sit for a little while. While it sits, I'm going to be doing my eyes. So I'm going to start by priming my eyes with, this is my concealer I'm going to be using. It's the Born This Way, I don't know why, is it focusing? Yeah, it's the Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. This is in the shade Cream Puff, so I'm going to put that on my eyes. If I'm looking away, I'm looking in this giant Morphe bronzer that has the best mirror. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And you only need a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and blend that out. I'm going to go in with Laura Mercier. This is a Caviar Eye Stick. This is in the shade Cocoa. It's just a standard brown color. I personally like to use a lot of bronzy eye colors on my eyes, or browns, because they complement blue eyes really well. So I'm going to go ahead and apply that. I typically will use my fingers to apply this, but I did bring some brushes today, so we can make this a little bit more professional. And these blend out really nicely. They don't dry down super quickly, so you have time to work with them. And it gives you just a really nice wash of color. I might actually go in with a little bit more. Yeah, I'm going to go in with a little bit more on the other side. So I'm taking it a little bit into my crease, just to give my entire eye a little wash of color. Alright, so there's the first part of the eye. Now, typically, depending on, you know, what day it is, what I'm doing, you can leave it at that and just do that, and it's, you know, super quick and easy. But I'm actually going to go in with, I mean, I'm not going to lie, I always am on the lookout for a sparkly eyeshadow. I love sparkles, I love glitter, and I really, really love the ColourPop Super Shock shadows. So I'm using one in the color Millionaire, which every time I read it, I want to start singing the Bruno Mars song Billionaire and replace it with Millionaire. But it's this beautiful bronzy, shimmery color. So I'm just going to apply that on top. And again, you can use your finger to do it. I'm going to try it with a brush today. So I'm using, oh, I didn't tell you what brushes I'm using. So this is the JH41 from Morphe. It's part of the Jaclyn Hill collection. I used the shader brush as my my brush for the Laura Mercier stick. And I'm using, this is from BH Cosmetics. It's, I got it in a set. It was like a rose quartz set. BH Cosmetics has really, really good products for really, really good prices. Their brushes are excellent. They have a really good contour palette, and they have really good blush palettes. They're very pigmented. They last forever. Super, super great quality products for like a fraction of the prices you would find at Sephora. So anyway, I'm using the shader brush from the BH Cosmetics set, and then I'm going to dip it into the Super Shock shadow. And then I'm going to go over these on my eyes. I actually might need to use my finger to do this because it's not picking up. Oh, that looks so pretty. It just gives you like just enough sparkle. I don't know if my camera's gonna pick it up. I'm gonna go in with my finger and just add a little bit more. I'm gonna go in with my foundation, so I'm gonna be using the Catrice Cosmetics HD Liquid Coverage Foundation. Let me tell you, this stuff is so cheap. It's like 13 bucks or something, and the coverage is so good. Like, it dries down matte, which is perfect for, you know, anybody who has oily skin, myself included. This is great for me. It does not look heavy at all on your skin. And it's just so good. The only caveat I have with it is that the dropper gets a little out of hand sometimes. I cannot tell you how many times I've spilled this on clothes and it's ruined them. So be very, very careful when you're applying this. Typically my mishaps have happened when I've dropped it on my face directly and then it's just slid down. So today I'm going to be applying it onto the back of my hand and then going in with my Beauty Blender. So you just take your dropper, place it on your hand, and then be very careful not to move your hand around. And I'm going to go in with my Beauty Blender. This is like a Galaxy one from Ulta that I had gotten a couple months ago. I really didn't, I tried the original Beauty Blender from from Sephora, the original pink one, and I like couldn't understand the hype around it. But then when I like switched to like a bunch of like the drugstore options, like the Real Techniques makes makes a great beauty sponge. The orange one, I love those. I went through a couple of those. I really like the Flower Beauty had a really good one, or has a really good one, but I decided to give this one a whirl when I saw it on the website. I think Casey Holmes either tried this one or tried one similar to it. And I have to say, like, trying it again, I do understand the hype of the Beauty Blender. I do think that they apply foundations and cream products very, very well. This color is a bit too dark for my skin right now, but we're going to even everything out with concealer. Alright, so once your foundation is applied, now we're going to go in with concealer. So like I said before, I'm using the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. This is really, really good. I really do like the Born This Way foundation. I used to use it all the time, but I've since found cheaper alternatives, like the L'Oreal Infallible one, the Fresh Wear Infallible I think it's called, has like the same ingredients pretty much for like a fraction of the price. So yeah, when I go in with concealer, I do under my eyes. I'm gonna go down my chin, down my nose, and on my forehead, and that will hopefully even out my complexion a little bit. So then I just go back in with the Beauty Blender and I use the pointy end to do all of that. Alright, so before I go in with any powders, I'm going to go in with a cream blush. This is from Flower Beauty. It's their blush balm and it's in the shade Melon. This stuff is so good. I believe they're comparable to the, I've never tried the Glossier ones, or Glossier, however you say it. But I believe that they're like just as good from what I've read. And I do really like these. You only need a little bit, so I just put like that much on my hand. It's very, very pigmented. So just swirl it around like that. And then I'm going to take my Beauty Blender and go in with it. So I typically just do 2 dots on my cheeks and then I'll blend it out. And you see I put like very, very, very little on and it blends out so well. Take a little bit more. Alright, so once blush is done, I'm going to go in with some powder. I'm taking, this is from, this is like travel size. This is Kat Von D Lock-It Loose Powder. Which I typically will use the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder. I find that works really well. But because this is travel sized, and I didn't feel like taking the other one with me, this will do. I'm using a JH Morphe, the JH07. And then I just go over my entire face with powder. Usually I'll start with under my eyes, but then I'll go over my cheeks. I know the foundation is matte, but I like to really lock all of those oils down just in case. Alright, so once you have your powder on, I'm going to go in with powder products now. So I'm going to start with my bronzer. So I'm obviously going to use this Morphe bronzer. This is in the shade Originator. Obviously, when you buy this, you get a huge amount in the pan, which I really like. And I find that this bronzer is really good. So I just go over my cheeks and take it back. I like to hit my nose. And then we're going to go on the forehead and slim that down a little bit. You want to go down the neck. Maybe hit the collarbone a little bit. Alright, for highlighter, I'm using, this is the Jouer, I think you say it, Jouer. This is the, this is like a travel sized of their highlighter. This is in the shade Skinny Dip. This is so pretty. It's very pigmented, so you don't need a whole lot. So again, I'm using a, did I say what I used for my bronzer? For bronzer, I used, again, another Jaclyn Hill times Morphe brush. This is the JH02. And for highlighter, I'm using the JH09. So I start with my Cupid's bow. I go a little bit on my nose. And then I go, do you see how pigmented and intense that is? And this is a very, like, golden shade. This is really pretty. Alright, so I just went ahead and did my lashes and my brows off camera. For lashes, I used, this is Tarte's Lights, Camera, and Splashes mascara. It's waterproof, and I really like it. Usually, I mean, I don't always use waterproof mascara because obviously it's a pain in the butt to get off, but they do hold the curl. My lashes grow like straight down. So waterproof mascara usually works the best to like hold the curl. And then for brows, I used, this is the Total Temptation from Maybelline. I used in the shade 310 medium brown. I love this. It's like the only brow product I've used that didn't run out in like a month. And then to set my brows, I used the ColourPop, the Brow Boss gel, which works really well. I don't have an issue with it. So last, I'm just going to do lips. So for lips, I'm going to line them with Soar from MAC. MAC makes the best lip liners. Although I do really like Charlotte Tilbury's Pillow Talk is really good. It lasts such a long time. And I've heard Pat McGrath has really good lip liners, but I've never tried them. So I'm going to go ahead and just slightly overdraw my lips. I'll go in And then just fill them in a little bit. And then I'm gonna go in with, this is the Sugar Rose tinted Lip Treatment from Fresh, which has SPF 15, I think. Yeah, SPF 15, which I love Fresh's lip products. And this is a really good way to have like just a nice lip color. That's not too much, and it gives your lips are hydrated, and it gives them some SPF too. Alright, there you have it. That is the finish makeup look. This has been my go-to throughout the summer. It's very quick, it's very fresh, it's nice and glowy. You have, your even skin. You have your, tinted, protected lips. You've got your cream eyeshadows, you've got some brows, some waterproof mascara, so you are good to go within the heat. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!